Bittensor and some of its subnet projects have been absolutely hot in 2025. What if you could bring prediction markets into the Bittensor ecosystem and potentially earn money just by making predictions on prices and other things in the markets? In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can do exactly just that. So hit that like button and let's jump into it. Alright, today we're going to be jumping into a new project in the Bittensor ecosystem that's bringing prediction markets into the Bittensor ecosystem. The project is called Candles or SN31. SN31 is a token. We're going to break down what Candles is building with the SN31 token and why SN31 could be one of the hottest tokens on the Bittensor ecosystem and one of the most powerful revenue generating subnets on the network. Let's jump into it here. So if we jump into the Candles X page here, you can see they did a soft launch on November 19th. So just recently, they did a soft launch on their website here with their product. And it says here, this is it. We're beginning the SN31 Candles prediction markets. And they did the soft launch, like I said, on November 19th. Our selected OG supporters will be receiving access shortly. Here's what's ready to go. They did an automated pool creation. Pools are now automatically generated with the following structure. They do hourly pools, 2 alpha entry fee with 100 slots. They do daily pools with 5 alpha entry fees, and they have 200 slots for that. And then they do a weekly pool as well with 10 alpha entry fee. And this is 500 slots for the weekly one. And then they did their full system testing that's complete. And they've completed end-to-end testing of all critical functions. So they're doing tau deposits and converts that to alpha. And then alpha entry fees paid, a pool participation. And then alpha payouts for the winners for their rewards. And then they can do alpha withdrawals as well. Users can cash out with alpha withdrawals. And then they have an alpha locking mechanism that's live. Every tau deposit becomes an alpha buyback. All alpha used for the pool entry remains locked in the system until users withdraw. And they said their soft launch participants will now receive access and instructions via direct messenger. You'll be the first to experience a real Candles pool. So if you were an early participant in this, you were able to participate. That's why you want to follow them in their community page to get access to some of these things early. We'll take a look at their website and their leaderboard here. And what are Candles prediction markets? Well, Candles prediction markets are decentralized markets that allow users to wager on real-world outcomes in a trustless and transparent way. These markets enable participants to predict events like crypto price movements, sports outcomes, and other future scenarios. So you can see all the different predictions on here on the leaderboard. These are, the leaders, of course. And if you go to the predictions tab here, you can actually see the current predictions in place here. And they got a confidence score on here, and these are the prediction dates. This is for 11/22 when I recorded this, and then you can show more on here. But these are the predictions, and then they have the prediction generator here where you can actually add a prediction yourself, and then you can do that on the website here with candlestau.com. The Candles team is built by experienced developers. They have a background in Web3 finance modeling and market design, of course, and Bittensor subnet architecture. Of course, you're going to need that for the project. And their experience in both prediction markets and high uptime system engineering basically gives them a major advantage in developing a successful project for this prediction market. And with their experience, it allowed them to build this in a way that's secure yet scalable at the same time. The knowledge and experience of the team ensures that the Candles platform is not only reliable, but it's also reliable under high volume participation. Well, I talked about the Alpha token earlier. The Alpha token is the currency within the ecosystem. The Alpha token functions as the core currency of the Candles ecosystem, of course, and all the entry fees are covered with the Alpha token. And the rewards distribution also utilizes Alpha as the unit for the reward system. This creates an organic demand for the token as more prediction markets launch and user activity increases. So SN31 earns revenue on every entry fee with a similar model that other projects have used, kind of like DraftKings and FanDuel have used. They earn an entry fee based off of every entry in their ecosystem, so they earn revenue with that. So instead of relying on advertising or user data to bring in revenue for the project, Candles simply generates revenue simply through the activity, and this model ensures that as more users join the platform, the revenue grows with the platform. So it's a real simple and straightforward way for Candles to bring in revenue on a consistent basis for the project, and the more that they grow, the more the revenue increases naturally. So Candles just doesn't rely on one flow of income source. It builds multiple revenue sources across its ecosystem. These include entry fees, of course, that I talked about earlier, and that spreads between different market types, of course, and optional creator fees as well that they earn with this. And they earn those creator fees based off of user-made pools and emissions from overall subnet participation, so they get emissions on the network as well. Together, all these different streams create a diversified income stream for the Candles project. So I want to talk a little bit about the flow of deposits and emissions with the projects. I think that's important to do. When a user deposits alpha into the prediction pool, the liquidity is routed through the Candles subnet for validation, settlement, and reward distribution. Then the subnet also receives emissions from the broader Bittensor network, which rewards validators in the system, so miners and validators get rewarded with this. This, of course, rewards the validators for providing valuable market data and, of course, for providing stability to the network. So SN31 will be expanding to all prediction markets. Candles isn't just limited, of course, to just price predictions. That's just the start of their platform. SN31 is expanding into all major categories of prediction markets. They're going to be doing that on a steady basis throughout the future here. Some of these futures markets that they're going to be getting into with the predictions may be like election outcomes. It may be sports outcomes, different games and sports out there that they may do generate prediction generations on with these. And they also could cover things like seasonal events, crypto volatility, influencer battles, and much, much more. So there's a lot of things that Candles plans on getting into. This is just the start of their platform, and they have a lot ahead with what they're planning on doing with the platform. The goal is for them to build a universal layer into Bittensor that anyone can tap into. So I also want to cover the benefits of community-created pools. Community-created pools allow anyone to design and launch their own prediction market, so you can design and launch your own prediction market with this. This opens the doors for creativity and faster ecosystem growth as users can build a niche in the platform. And there's a lot of areas that the team may not have considered that the users might consider, and they can actually build their own on the platform with this. So that's another benefit of the SN31 Candles ecosystem. So I want to take a quick look at the SN31 token. If we jump into the token here, we look at the 3-month. Basically, it was up to like $1.40 recently here on November 10th, and it's had a pullback down to 78 cents. So you can see it has moved quite a bit. Back in September, it was around 57 cents. So it's had a pullback, but you can see when it starts moving here, it moves very quickly. So within like a month, it went from like half of $1 up to like $1.35 here. So it moved quite a bit, more than a 2x in just a month's time. So it moved pretty quickly. And if you look at the market cap, it's only 2.7 million market cap. So it's a very, very low market cap on this token as well. And you can see the max supply is just like Bitcoin with all the other subnet tokens. The max supply is only 21 million tokens. And of course, there's a little over 3 million, almost 3.5 million in supply currently, according to CoinGecko. So there is a halving event on these tokens, just like all the other Bittensor subnets. So keep that in mind. But go ahead and check out the Candles ecosystem, guys, and check out their platform. You can test it out and play around with it yourself. You can also build your own prediction markets on there in the future with that. So there's a lot going on with the Candles ecosystem. I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and we'll see you on the next video.